here we go. Thanks so much for joining in. So if I'm look a little glowing, I just finished a community course, so normally pretty happy after that. So Bruno Gröning described this energy that we take in. Sometimes he called it the life force, the life current. But he created this word, Heilstrom. Strom is flow, current, river, stream, energy. Heil, so many meanings. And the meaning some of the meanings I'm really looking at today are unhurt, unharmed, undamaged, unscathed, uninjured, untouched. And what really comes to me is, when tuning in, is that I really feel lifted up, as if all the painful events of my life, not so much that they didn't happen, but as if they're not able to touch me or affect me in that moment. And then as if I am really whole, regardless of my past, of all the things that have happened. And Bruno Gröning speaks of this very clearly. Here's a quote from him. I'm always the man that sows calm and peace on this earth, and who will reap it as well. You cannot rob me of the heavenly divine serenity. No one can touch this peace and quiet. I won't be robbed of it. So, Bruno Gröning had a very challenging life. And what he seems to be indicating here is how important it is and how precious peace is. And, it's so easy to undervalue peace, but peace is feeling whole and complete. Bruno said he wouldn't allow anything to rob him of that. And what an amazing goal for us to strive towards, to be able to be calm and peaceful under all circumstances, even painful circumstances. And here's another quote from Bruno. And this is from Powers of the Spirit, page 251. Only a human being who withstands all temptations in daily life and does not allow himself to be brought out of the divine peace by anything, absolutely anything, can release himself from all attachments, and only then is truly redeemed. So, like many great mystics and teachers throughout the ages, Bruno Gröning points to that one of the fundamental things that we're all working on or striving for, whether we know it or not, is to be at peace under all circumstances and to release all attachments. Because if we're attached to something and then it does or doesn't happen, then we're not at peace anymore. Doesn't mean we can't want things or strive for things, but to do so from a place of peace. And then when those things maybe don't happen the way we want them to meet that with peace as well. This search for peace, for lasting peace, I don't want to say every, but almost every religious and spiritual tradition, that's what it points to. It talks about eternal peace even, much less being at peace during our life here on this earth. So in the end, I consider this to be what all of Bruno Gröning's teachings are pointing towards, the moment-by-moment experience of peace, and then living from that place, and from that place of peaceful, calm, serenity, freedom from attachments, then enjoying life and serving God. And to do so from a place of wholeness, which is another meaning of Heil. And this energy is here to help us. We don't have to achieve spiritual mastery on our own. that's even possible. So I wish you all much Heil, much wholeness, much intactness, much experience of, again, not that the past didn't happen, but peace in the present moment, as if we've been unaffected by the past. And maybe that's the ultimate truth, because Bruno Groening says that God lives inside each one of us. And inside our soul lives the divine spark, which cannot be tainted by anything. So maybe one of the main emphasis of what Bruno Groening was pointing us towards was to experience that purity, that wholeness, that part of us. Can you imagine a part of us that's unscathed, unharmed, uninjured, no matter what we've been through, that remains pure and good no matter what? No matter how much harm we've done, no matter how far off the path we've fallen, that there's a part of us that remains good. That is a central point of Bruno Groening's teaching, that the human being is and remains divine. And maybe the rest of his teaching is pointing us towards the experience of that and the knowing of that. Take care, much love, and much, much peace to you. Aloha.